Hello my lovely bookish friends, welcome back to Francesca's Books. My name is of course Francesca, these are my books, and today we're actually going on tour. We're going to 66 Books, which is just outside of London. I live near Manchester, nowhere near, but I'm going for the plot to be quite honest, and hopefully just to buy a load of books at a discounted price. So if you've never heard of 66 Books, they actually are like a trading warehouse. They are a wholesaler, however once a month they open to the public, and for the price of like a £2 membership you can go in, get whatever you want, and everything is 70% off RRP. So I actually first saw a few of like my BookTok friends going here or from London, which kind of makes sense, but now it's gotten to the point where I'm like, I have FOMO, like I have to go. And I thought, of course, if I vlog it, then I can help you guys if any of you were thinking of going, or you just want to see like what it's like. Maybe you're from America and you're like, I wonder what these things look like in the UK. I'm going to show you. So I have wrote a list of books that I'm after when I get there. I am hopeful, but I don't think that they have that many like new releases. I feel like it's an old release situation. Like I don't think they're gonna have anything in that's like published this year, etc. But I'm feeling hopeful. I'm gonna go in with my list, which I will fill you guys in on in the car when I get on the road, because I'm already running late and definitely need to set off soon. So I'm actually picking my friend Sammy up on the way. She's about an hour south of here, like en route. So I'm gonna grab her from the train station and we're just gonna have a little girly catch up before we get there, and then I will just dive straight into everything 66 Books, everything discount books, let you know what I'm after on the way, and then of course let you know what I actually end up purchasing and do a haul at the end of this video, along with any like tips and tricks that I've picked up whilst I'm there to like just help you guys have a good experience with it as well. So without further ado, hey guys, I'm on the road, I'm excited, I'm all fueled up in the car and fueled up coffee wise, and I'm just on the way to pick up my friend Sammy. So I'm picking it up about an hour down south, like an hour en route, and then I think there's going to be about another 2 hours of driving. Honestly, I haven't put it in the sat nav because I was too scared to look, so we'll find out in real time.
Oh my god, your car is massive! Thanks. I've got your birthday present. I'm so sorry it's late. Do you want me to put it in the back, or do you want to open it now? It's completely up to you.
I'll open it later, babes. Thank you. This is for you. Oh, whether you want it or not, just have it. Okay, so we're on the way. Sammy's going to read to you guys the list of books that I have pre-written so that I don't go too crazy, because I obviously can't go on my phone right now. So, go.
So, we've got September House by Carissa Orlando.
Yeah.
We Used to Live Here by Marcus Klewer.
Yeah.
Something like that. Sundown Motel by Simone St. James.
Yes.
Great choice.
And we're looking for any Simone St. James because it is indeed spooky season, whether we like it or not.
The Drowning Woman by Robin Harding.
Been meaning to read this for so long, and it's finally published in the UK, so I'm really hopeful for that one.
Oh, is it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, amazing. Listen for the Lie by Amy Tintier.
Yeah, I feel like I should be able to get that.
That one's really popular.
I know, but I've still not read it.
No, I haven't. Can't lie. Look Closer by David Ellis.
Yeah.
Did you post about that one the other day?
Yeah, I did. I was going to read it. I was going to buy it on Kindle, and I thought I'm going to wait and see if I can get it when we go.
Yeah. Cackle by Richard Harrison.
Because how good would that be to read in October?
Oh my god, that would be amazing. Anything Rachel Harrison.
Yeah, I read The Return, which was really good.
Was it good?
But Cackle's more like Halloween-y as opposed to horror-y.
Yeah, absolutely. Was it good though?
Yeah, I really liked it.
Oh.
I didn't know it was a horror book when I picked it up though. I thought it was a thriller. So then it starts getting real spooky.
And then you put Riley Sager as well.
Yeah.
Just Riley Sager, just anything.
I've only got 2 books of his left that I haven't read.
Oh, which 2?
Final Girls.
Yeah, I hate it.
And, oh god,
I'm so sorry,
Last Time I Lied, is it called?
Oh yes, that would actually be really good to read in summer because it's about summer.
Oh, summer, okay.
Yeah, summer camp. So
And,
I liked that one actually. That one was quite good. That one was okay. I think I gave it a 3.
Which books are you looking for, Sammy, or did you not make a list?
I started to make a list and then gave up because I thought, you know what, it's fine. I'm going to allow myself some freedom. The only thing that I put, except for Rachel Harrison, I did also put anything Rachel Harrison, is that I just want any of the, is it the Windy Air series by Liz Tomford?
Oh yeah. Oh, the like Mile High.
Yeah, that one. I love the look of those books together, like the actual books, like the paperbacks, it's like almost embossed.
Yeah,
I feel like they just look really nice.
I feel like if they have them as well, they'll have all of them.
Yes.
So like, hopefully. I feel like that'll be a win.
Fingers crossed. Yes. So that was the only thing that I put, except for just Rachel Harrison.
So we have half an hour left. Our friend Rachel is currently there, actually, coincidentally, and she has told me that it is very, very busy. So we are expecting a queue, but we will be okay. We are going, and we will show you. Going straight in my basket. Hey, you happy with what you've got?
I am. I'm also really hungry.
Yeah. What a lovely day. Wasn't it a lovely day?
Absolutely lovely.
Hello friends, we survived. We have been to 66 books and it was very impressive, if not slightly overwhelming. Here is Sammy's haul of everything that she bought. I think you're going to be very impressed. Amazing.
Amazing. £26.
For how many?
For, hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 6 paperbacks, 2 hardbacks.
Amazing.
£26.
Goals.
What a steal.
I'm home. Oh my gosh, guys, that was such a long day. I'm not gonna lie. I had a fantastic time and have so much to tell you, but it was a long day. Like, I was driving from like 20 minutes south of Manchester, so I think I did about 6.5 hours driving today. If I'm not doing anything tonight, so I can just chill, read my book. We're all good in the hood. So before I dive into the haul, which I'm extremely excited to show you, I just thought I'd like run you through like some top tips if you're gonna go to 66 books, just to like help you out like from an informational point of view. So I'll pop in the description where you can skip to if you're just here for the haul. If not, let me tell you some things I've written a little list for you. So the actual warehouse itself is literally just off the M1, like off the motorway. So wherever you're coming from, you're pretty much going to be able to just like jump off the motorway and you're there. Like, it was really easy to get to be honest, even coming from far away. Super easy. And then I also thought as well about parking, because I know some people are a bit funny about parking. There was parking like at the actual warehouse itself, and they'd open like the warehouse next door's car park as well for you to park there, so literally just drove straight in. There was loads of spaces, and I've seen a few people chat on like the Facebook group and stuff and on TikTok about like there's no parking and people got tickets and stuff, but it was very easy today. So I think they've like implemented this to make it easier, so if you're worried about that, do not worry. However, do be prepared to wait like a little while to get in. I think I just took this whole queuing thing with a bit of pinch of salt and I was like, be fine. We did wait about an hour and 15 minutes to get in, which I've been told is actually not that bad for 66 books, because it is now so popular given how discounted everything is, like especially if you're from like the local area. If you could get there in like half an hour, it would be so worth it just to go now and again to like fill up your bookshelves. However, whilst you are queuing, do not fear, there is a coffee cart which they have introduced, which was absolutely amazing. So there's like a coffee cart, like snacks, crisps, like sweet treats, and there's kind of like a barrier where you're queuing that you could sit on. So I don't think it was too bad, all in all. So when you finally do get in, be prepared to like actually have to look for books. So nothing is by genre, and paperbacks and hardbacks are all kind of mixed in together as well. So I would recommend literally going down every single aisle. The adults and children's were separated actually, which was quite useful. But then if you're looking for YA, that was a mix between being in the adults and children's because they didn't really have its own section. But if you're prepared to go down every aisle and just scan each shelf, like, you're good. You're going to be absolutely fine and do as well as we did. But if like you're running short on time or you're just going to go there for like a quick 20-minute look round, I think you're probably better going to a normal bookshop. Like, at the end of the day, it is a warehouse. Like, it operates as a business. It's like a trade facility, and they just open it on an occasional weekend for the public just to like enjoy. But I think probably just bear that in mind. So also to know, which I didn't know, I thought it was just like sale prices. So basically everything, every single book or anything that was in there was 70% off RRP. So that worked really well for like paperbacks that were a tenner. So everything was basically £3 that I bought or was interested in. Hardbacks obviously are a little bit more varied in price, but they were also 70% off, so it was quite easy to just work out what they were. I thought everything was gonna be like individually priced, but I way preferred it this way because you kind of just knew that no matter what, it was gonna be 70% off, so it worked quite well. There was quite a lot of children's books when you like first walked in, but the majority was adult. I'd say probably the majority actually was non-fiction, maybe 40%, probably another 20% children's, and then another 30%, or the percent I've not said, was like adult fiction, and that was a complete mix of genres. So there really is something for everybody. So if you're like a fiction reader and you took somebody who was kind of like a non-reader or just like an occasional reader, they could probably find something as well. So just depends if they'd want to wait in the queue. So if you have any other questions or is anything else that I can help with, now I've done the whole experience, just drop a comment and I can very easily reply on like the logistics things of like getting in, how it works, etc. Not a problem at all. And now for the important part, the best part of this vlog, the haul. Okay, so bear in mind, all of these books were down from £10 to £3, or like £9 to £2.70. We're really impressed if that was right. So the first book that I got was a T.M. Logan, The Curfew. I've had my eye on this for a little while. I've read one of the T.M. Logan book, really enjoyed it, just never got around to reading any more of his because I could never find them at cheaper prices. They were always just like full price in Waterstones, which is absolutely fine. But when I saw this, I thought it's definitely like a sign to give another T.M. Logan a go. I'd also been recommended this a few times as well, so that was a no-brainer for me. So this one specifically is about a married couple and they have a son who has a curfew, and then he doesn't come home for his curfew, and I think it turns into a bit of a missing person story. I don't know whether he's missing or it's one of his friends, but that is the general idea. The next book is Haven't They Grown? And I actually, despite what I was saying earlier about not buying books I don't need, I haven't seen this one ever. I just like the cover. No, this is a thriller that just looked like a really easy read. By the look of the cover, the vibe of the book, the synopsis, I was just like, this is an easy read, and I'm all about the easy reads at the moment. I don't know what's happened, but any thriller that's like super complex and takes like big brain thinking, I'm just a bit over it. I did a video recently actually on easy reads specifically because I am so in this headspace, so I'll put the little thing up here wherever it is if you're interested, but this would probably fall into that category. So this is about a woman whose friend or ex-friend like lives in the same village as her, and at the time that they were really good friends 10 years ago, she had a 5-year-old and a 9-year-old, and then one day she just thinks, I'm just gonna go drive by the house and just see. I don't really know why. And everything was exactly the same as 10 years ago. She still has a 5-year-old and still has a 9-year-old. So I think it goes from there. I haven't read anything by this author before actually, but it says that she's an international bestseller. So don't know how I haven't heard of her. So the next two are from the same author, and I absolutely loved The Kind Worth Killing by this author, but it's actually the only book of his that I've read. So of course it is Peter Swanson. So I actually picked up Every Vow You Break first, even though I'm not really sure about this cover. I just saw Peter Swanson and thought, yeah, I'll give that a read. And then I saw 9 Lives after, so I thought I was just gonna get them both. This actually seems like a bit of a holiday thriller. So I might take this on my trip in a couple of weeks, but I think it's just about a couple who are like newlywed, they go on their honeymoon, and then she sees someone from her past and she's like, oh my God, my past is catching up with me. Sounds kind of like an ongoing theme with these kind of books, like about honeymoon type books, like summary books. But I just know that Peter Swanson impressed me so much with the first book of his that I read. I've no doubt this will impress me too. But I'm actually probably more excited for this book. I have had my eye on this one for a while. It was not on my original list, but I was extremely happy to see it because this is another one that I've not really been able to get anywhere. And it is about 9 strangers who get a letter in the post with the 9 names on of these people, but the only one they recognise is their own. So they're like, why the hell am I on this random list? And I have a feeling they may start being unalived. Next up is When I Was 10. Not gonna lie, I hadn't seen this before, but look at this cover. Are you kidding me? This is gorgeous, and I have heard of Fiona Cummins, the author. I actually haven't read anything by her, but I have heard of her, so I thought probably will be a good one. I don't know too much about this one, apart from it focuses on 10 sisters who I imagine unalived somebody when they were 10, and it's like the story told in present day. Claire McIntosh says, utterly compelling and a true one more chapter thriller. So I trust you my life, Claire, not gonna lie. Okay, halfway through this haul, I have realised that I actually have not bought, I've bought one book that was on the list, just one. The next book I have actually even never heard of, but I was in there, right, it was just a vibe, it was like the moment, and then I saw this next book and I just thought, oh my God, that synopsis sounds so good. So I just got it, and then even when I got to the end and I thought, do I really need all of these books? I was like, look, they're £3, like I'm only probably gonna come here once. So the next book is The Wreckage. And how good does this sound, okay? It's about 3 different people who get into a car crash, but they all obviously have very different stories. Okay, so there is a car crash and somebody is unalived, and it's basically the fallout of that, but they're actually a lot more connected than they thought they were. Also, this was just quite a short one and has quite big writing, and I just thought it would make like quite a nice, easy read. If anyone's read anything by Robin Morgan Bentley, do let me know. Next up, very excited. Love this author. Actually never talk about her on here because she's only, I don't have any of her books physically, only on KU, and it is K.L. Slater, The Widow. I've actually read the narrator by this author and absolutely loved it, but as I say, a lot of her books I've read on Kindle Unlimited, so I have nothing physically, and this is one that I haven't read, so I'm very excited. Also, this is like a good level of floppiness, this book, really good text size, know I like the author. You know when you just see something, you're like, win, 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 done. Okay, I actually got the next one with Halloween and like a fall TBR in mind. I think this is just horror, I don't think it's thriller. I'm ready for like a bit more spook this spooky season, to be honest. I'm gonna stick with my normal thrillers, but I think I'm gonna throw a few like actual horror books in there just to spook it up a bit. Oh, also, on that note, before I show you this book, pretend you haven't seen it. My lovely friend Sammy, who I was with today, got me some presents for my birthday and they're all Halloween themed. So I got a Pick Your Poison mug, which I'm very, very excited to use. And then she also got me, which I've already put on my bookshelves, right up there, a pumpkin spice candle. So that's very lovely. She also got me like a lovely like piece of digital art of both of us and it was framed. It's so lovely. So anyway, yeah, on that bombshell of Halloween treats, we have Hell House. This sounds quite intense, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like if you're a thriller person, this is gonna be probably a tiny bit too much horror for you. That was what Sammy told me because she is a horror reader and a thriller reader, but she was like, this is horror. I was like, will I like it? She was like, don't know. So that is giving me actual scary vibes. It literally says on the front by Stephen King, Hell House is the scariest haunted house novel ever written. Sometimes I like to do things like this to scare myself and upset myself. I'm actually just quite excited. I feel like this is like a cozy like few days before Halloween, like get a nice brew, scare myself and just have a good time. I won't go through the synopsis. It is literally just a house that is haunted. That is the whole plot. Next up is a book by an author that I absolutely love and have definitely not read enough of her books. I loved The Pact by Sharon Bolton. This author is brilliant. So when I saw The Buried, I was just like, immediately yes. Immediately yes. I didn't even read the synopsis before this went in my basket. Okay, so I've just read, this is the second book in the series. However, I saw Sharon Bolton and I bought it because I just love her. She's brilliant. The Pact, honestly, one of my favourite books of all time. Her writing's really, really, really easy to read and the plot twist was just really, really satisfying. So I thought, I'm just going to give it a go, to be honest. As I say, just read second book in a series, clearly got carried away with all the hype. So the first book in the series I just read is The Craftsman and I have seen this book out and about, so I'm just going to grab that before I read this. Next up is 11 Liars by Robert Gould, and I have had my eye on this author for a while. I haven't actually read anything by him, but I have 12, I want to say it's 12 Secrets on my Kindle, and I know that's the first book in this series. I don't know if it's like a Detective Inspector series or just follows the same character, but I do know that and I have that on my Kindle, so this was like the second book, and I do know that I'm going to like it. My mum's friend actually recommended this and the first one to me, and she reads a lot of thrillers as well, so I thought I would definitely give it a go, and I've actually struggled to find these in paperback where the cover's not like super shiny, you know, like the side here is like the, oh yeah, you can even see. And then the cover's like that as well, and I cannot stand it. Like, I literally hate the way it holds in your hands when it's like shiny. There is not a single shiny book on my entire bookcase because I hate them. I absolutely hate them. I don't know whether I'm a little bit neurodivergent, but I literally cannot physically stand to hold a shiny cover. Anyway, so when I saw this, I was just like, immediately yes, immediately yes. This follows on from the first book, so again, I will have to read that on my Kindle first. And then the final book is one I've already read, but was dying, literally dying for a physical copy of this. I talk about it all the time and I have nothing to hold, and also I really, really wanted a copy of this off my shelves. It's my favourite book by this author, The Only One Left by Riley Sager. I'm just so happy to have a copy of this. I'm so happy. So if you haven't heard me talk about this book before, it is basically Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo as a thriller set on like a really remote cliffside. It's really, really good. It's like an elderly lady, she's paralysed and can basically just have one hand to type. So she wants to tell her story. She decides to tell this care worker, Kit, I believe, who's come to look after her. But there's all sorts of like suspicious characters kind of like going around this. It has a really explosive ending and I just really enjoyed it. So this is my full 66 books haul. As soon as I read these, I will of course let you know, apart from The Only One Left, absolutely loved it. The rest of them, as soon as I've read them, I will let you know what I thought. So let me know what you thought of the haul. If there's anything when I was there that I didn't buy that you think I should have, do let me know because I have to just go again. And if there's anything else you want to know about 66 books, also let me know. And thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe and I'll see you next time.